Welcome to Dropping Seeds, where we plant truth one verse at a time. Today we're going to be diving into one of the most sobering parables there is. It's the 10 virgins. This one is about wisdom, endurance, and what it really takes to get into the kingdom of Yah. Alright, so we're going to pick this up in Matthew 25. I'm going to read it from 1 to 13. And it says, Then shall the kingdom of heaven be likened unto 10 virgins, which took their lamps and went forth to meet the bridegroom. And 5 of them were wise, and 5 were foolish. They that were foolish took their lamps, and took no oil with them. But the wise took oil in their vessels with their lamps. While the bridegroom tarried, they all slumbered and slept. And at midnight there was a cry made, Behold, the bridegroom cometh. Go ye out to meet him. Then all those virgins arose, and trimmed their lamps. And the foolish said unto the wise, Give us of your oil, for our lamps are gone out. But the wise answered, saying, Not so, lest there be not enough for us and you, but go rather to them that sell, and buy for yourselves. And while they went to buy, the bridegroom came. And they that were ready with him to the marriage, and the door was shut. Afterward came also the other virgins, saying, Lord, Lord, open to us. But he answered and said, Verily I say unto you, I know you not. Watch therefore, for you know neither the day nor the hour wherein the Son of Man cometh. All right, so you got 10 virgins. They all got lamps. And they all should have oil in their lamps, because they're waiting for the bridegroom to arrive. But some of them weren't in bed, they weren't preparing. So they all fall asleep. And when they wake up, some people's lamp has went out. So then immediately they turn to the people with the oil and they're like, hey, let us get some of your oil. But the people with the oil are like, hey, I might not have enough oil for me and you. And I got to make sure that I can see when the bridegroom comes. So you could go and buy your own oil so that you can see also. Right? So long story short, those virgins that didn't have any oil, they go to buy their oil. But when they return, there's nobody there. The bridegroom has already came. And the virgins that were present that had the oil in their lamp, they left with the bridegroom. So apparently they walked behind the door. So then these virgins come and they're beating on the door. Hey, Lord, 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 let us in, let us in. And then the Lord yells, I know you not. So the moral to the whole thing is don't wait. Never wait. You should be prepared at all times. The people that had oil in their lamps, they knew that the bridegroom could arrive at any moment. And they weren't going to play around with, oh, well, I'll just get my oil when I know he's coming for sure. Or, something along those lines. But no, they were prepared all the time. I think the Bible calls it being prudent. You're looking at what could happen and you're making preparations because you know that could happen. So, in a nutshell, they were being lackadaisical and didn't really have enough faith to know that the Lord could come at any time. I'm going to back this up with another scripture. So, we're going to pick this up at Proverbs chapter 21 and verse 20. It says, There's a treasure to be desired, and oil in the dwelling of the wise, but a foolish man spendeth it up. So it's letting you know that this oil kind of symbolizes wisdom, and having oil means that you're prepared. But it says that the foolish man, he spendeth up all his oil, so he don't have no oil on his lamp when the time is right to need it. He just because he got it, he's spending it up instead of reserving it for the time that's at hand. So we're going to pick up another scripture. Let's go to Luke 12. And we're going to pick it up at 35 and 36. It says, Let your loins be girded about, and your lights burning, and ye yourself like unto men that wait for their Lord, when he return from the wedding, that when he cometh and knocketh, that they may open unto him immediately. So, same thing going on here. It's the same exact thing as the parable. You have to be prepared when the bridegroom's coming so that you can be part of the wedding. so you can be part of the ceremony. If you're not prepared, you're going to be caught on the outside. In another place, it says that a lot of folks was invited to a marriage dinner, a marriage party, and one guy didn't show up with the right garments on. And it's meaning the same thing. If you know that you're going to a wedding, then don't you think you should dress appropriately? And it's just like with the oil. If you need this light to see the bridegroom coming, then why would you walk around in darkness? So I guess to sum this all up, I got a question. Do you got oil in your lamp? Or are you waiting around to see if you can borrow your oil from somebody else? The time is at hand. We have to prepare now and get girded up now so that we can see in this world that's full of darkness. So that when the bridegroom comes, we can see when he's arriving. And we can enter in that door with him instead of being on the outside and he telling us that he doesn't know us. So to sum it all up, we're going to read a couple more scriptures. The first one, we're going to read Luke chapter 13, and we're going to read verses 24 and 25. It says, "Strive to enter in at the straight gate, for many, I say unto you, will seek to enter in, and shall not be able. When once the master of the house is risen up and has shut the door, and you begin to stand without and to knock at the door, saying, Lord, Lord, open unto us. And he shall answer and say unto you, I know you not whence you are." And the last scripture we're going to go to is going to be Revelation 19. And we're going to pick it up at verse 7. We'll read 7 and 8. And it says, "Let us be glad and rejoice and give honor to him, for the marriage of the Lamb is come, and his wife has made herself ready. And to her was granted that she should be arrayed in fine linen, clean and white, for the fine linen is the righteousness of the saints." So in order to be a righteous saint, you got to be prepared for that marriage. In order to be prepared for that marriage, you got to be prepared for the bridegroom. In order to be prepared for the bridegroom, you got to make sure you got oil in your lamp. Because if you don't got oil in your lamp, you might find yourself on the other side of that door begging the Lord to let you in. And he reply, I never knew you. Peace. Shalom.